Yes.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Cosman here with Thank God I'm Queer. I'm here with the author Ravi Katuria. He wrote a book called Happy Soul, Hungry Mind. He has his own YouTube channel. And what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's called Happy Soul, Hungry Mind.
I love it. And I love the idea of that, about how it's like the soul has found that peace and it's in rhythm, but you're always still kind of wanting that more. You're always wanting to understand more and have a higher, there's always something new, isn't there?
Yes. The mind is always restless. The mind is always hungry. Even if it has the best, even billionaires are never satisfied because the mind gets tired of the billions and then it wants either more billions or it wants something else, right? Then it wants more love or it wants more recognition. It wants more adulation. The mind is happy when it acquires things, but then quickly gets used to, and then it wants more.
So, and this is one question when I actually get up into heaven or wherever, what question I want to ask God, and that is that I find that as I discover new things, there's almost this excitement that I get from the divine, almost as though they don't know it as well.
Yeah.
So when we discover things, it's almost like, is it being created as we're discovering it, or are they just really super excited that we're getting in rhythm with everything? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what the divine is thinking is the question is, what is divine thinking about our progress? Is that the question?
I think so. Yeah.
What a beautiful question. What a beautiful question. And I want to answer that question, but I want to take a moment to thank you for having me in this conversation with you in your presence. And I just had, this happened for our listeners. Our getting together happened very quickly just today, right? It just in a matter of hours. So in between my other meetings, I just had a few minutes to research you quickly and look at some of the things that you say, sir, are so beautiful and are in completely alignment with the things that I sense and I see as spiritual truths. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you for what you're doing for the world.
I love that. Thank you. Yeah, my thing is empowerment through authenticity. It took me a long time to become authentic myself. And it was interesting that when I became okay with me, the world became okay with me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. How beautiful is that, right? Sometimes we are the ones who are our own biggest tormentors. Sometimes the world torments us, but I find that a majority of the time, we are the ones who create our own mind, can sometimes become our biggest enemy. It can either be our biggest friend.
The world's showing us our own shadows when we get that torment. It's not really anything that the world necessarily wants to do. It's almost like a helper.
Yes, it's because we have our lenses, we have our filters. And so I could show you a beautiful day, but because those filters are there, because the mind is caught up, because the mind, you take somebody to a beautiful park and they can still be unhappy. And you say, you're standing on the beach, you're standing in such a beautiful location. Why are you unhappy? And you say, well, my mood is really bad today, right? What is happening is the mind is weighing on them. And you say, yeah, your mood is bad today. And what is happening is then because of that mood, you're missing out on that beautiful opportunity. Right? Every day we must relish. And I know it is easier said than done. I have my days when I cannot fight my mind and my mind is very forceful. And I know that. I understand that. But then I remind myself, I say, I can get everything back in life. I can get money. I can get reputation back. One thing I'm not going to get back is today.
So can you tell us a little bit about your journey? What has brought you to, do you think has brought you to where you are today? Or, what has there been a catalyst or
Yes. So let me answer that. What I'm realizing is I'm stacking your questions. I haven't finished answering the previous question. So I want to honor your questions, sir. So as much as I would love to talk about myself and I can't hold myself back, let me
Yeah.
let me restrain myself and answer that beautiful question that you asked. Is what does the divine think when we make progress, when we experience, right? What does the ocean think when the river finally makes it to the ocean?
Mm.
The ocean has been waiting from time immemorial, right? The time it has been waiting eternally. And the ocean knows that the water drop is there on the top of the Himalayas, but it knows that eventually it will make all its way down and come meet it and be immersed in the ocean. The divine beckons, right? It beckons and it waits with its arms open for us to finally merge back into eternal beauty, right?
Mm.
So it waits, and it waits without judgment. It doesn't judge you, it doesn't question you. It waits because it knows that gravity will work on you. And spiritual gravity works on us all the time. That is why, since the time we are born, it doesn't matter who we are, or where we are born in the world, or what is our name, or which family we are born, or which society we are born, or in what age we are born, we are all under the influence of spiritual gravity, which is always beckoning us. And it has nothing to do with religion. It is in our DNA,
Mm.
right? So the divine waits with its welcoming arms without judgment. The divine is not, I like to separate emotions from the divine. The divine is not excited at your progress, not dejected by your lack of it, right? Gravity doesn't get excited when you walk on earth or you jump off the third floor. Gravity acts the same. Gravity just acts the same. The divine is waiting. The system exists. Spiritual gravity, just like physical gravity, exists. And we are all, that is our destiny. People might not realize it, but we are all going in that journey. And everything that we seek in the world, you asked the question about the mind being hungry. What is happening is we think that satisfying the mind, and it helps us in the short term. It certainly helps us, makes us feel good. But through the satisfaction of the mind, we are ultimately looking for that peace within.
Mm.
We think if I get $1 billion, then I will be happy and peaceful. Then once I have the billion, I think, oh, maybe the second billion will help me peaceful and happy, right? And so then when I'm single, I said, oh, I need to find a spouse or a partner or a friend, right? Romantic friend, and then I will be happy, right? Then I say, okay, maybe I need to have a family to be happy. So then we grow the family. We're always waiting for something else because we're looking for that peace. And then we don't never realize, like you have said in one of your posts, that there is the peace within, right? Once we begin to understand, and intellectually it is easy to understand, but to connect with that peace takes time, takes effort, takes practice. But every day we have to remind ourselves, and we have to reinforce that, and then we begin to connect with it. I don't know if that was a sufficient answer to your beautiful question, sir.
Absolutely. It was, because I'm coming from it from a human perspective and trying to, project, anthropomorphize, I guess,
Yes.
the divine
Yes.
way, right?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just I feel such excitement and such energy when I learn or come to realize something. Or it always, I think it's fun, like with quantum physics, how we
Yes.
think we found the smallest thing, and then we find something a little bit smaller,
Yes.
more complex. And
Yes.
I almost want to ask the question, was it there before? Or did it get designed as we reached that bottom level? Did a new level get created? You know what I mean?
Yes. Is it inventing itself? Is that
Yes,
experience?
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Is God
Now, if you
discovering the universe as we discover it? I guess.
yes, yes, yes. I would love to say that it is inventing itself. I would love to say that I am discovering it. It would make me feel really good, but it would it would make me feel, but the fact is I am only one of billions who have already walked this path. And history is full of messiahs and prophets, of sages and saints who were born 10,000 years ago, who have identified and who have described this phenomenon, right? Different religions, different ages, different geographies, but they have all described. Now, they all use different words. The problem is not in their experience, the problem is in language. And problem is in language, and the problem is in the listener of those descriptions. Because when I listen to something, I can only listen to the best of my ability. If I listen to Albert Einstein describe physics, and I'm an educated man, I have a master's degree, right? I have a bachelor's degree, but I promise you, when I listen to Albert Einstein, there is no way I can comprehend his level of intelligence. There, it is not going to happen, no matter what I try. And so these people who have come through the ages, they have described this experience, which is indescribable via language. That is the one issue. And then the second issue is the people who are listening to them were, of course, not at the same level. So they took whatever they could, they put their interpretation, and they put their own, how should I say that, their own filters on it, right? Based on what society they lived in, what age they lived in. And then they wrote something, and then they declared, oh, this is it. But it turned out to be very different than what the original sayers were saying. But to your point, they have described it. What you're experiencing has been described. I would love to say, Pete, I'm on your show, so let me make you feel good about yourself. And say, Pete, you are experiencing something, Pete, that no one has experienced. You are going where no man has gone before. You are breaking new ground. I should say that because I should be a good host and be kind to I should be a good guest and be kind to my host. But my sir, my friend, what you're experiencing is already or was already in you the day you were born. It is in your DNA, right? It is in your DNA, and which is why the work you're doing is very important. And I'll get to the crux of that matter. It doesn't matter what your sexual identity is. It doesn't matter what my sexual identity is. It doesn't matter anybody's sexual identity. It doesn't matter their gender. It doesn't matter their status. It doesn't matter their religious beliefs. It doesn't matter if they're atheist, if they believe in God or it doesn't believe in God. It doesn't matter what their deeds are. It doesn't matter how they think, right? All of us, every one of us, every one of the 7 billion people on earth are born with this spiritual capability. And nobody can take it away from us, and nobody can gift it to us. I don't care. Any religious leader, spiritual leader comes in and says, I bless you, I put my hand on you, so you are now ordained. No, sir. Thank you very much. I am already born with this capability. You cannot give it to me. It's like my capability to swim, right? Now, I cannot actually swim, but I have the capability. And I was born with it. Now, you can destroy me and take that capability away, but you have to destroy me. You cannot destroy my capability. You cannot separate that capability from me. As long as I am there, you cannot take my spiritual ability from me. And everybody on earth, it doesn't matter who you are, which is why I thank you, sir, for watching that video of mine, 10 provocative things about religion and spirituality and God, and making the comment, spirituality is inclusive. And that,
yeah, and there was another quote on there. Gosh, where's my note right here? Oh my goodness, I lost my note. It was really talking about the difference between God and spirituality, or religion and spirituality. And I thought that was just amazing. I can't believe I lost my note.
Yes. Religion and spirituality. The world, we are caught up in religion, but religion is like the picture of a pizza. A great looking picture. It's a fantastic picture. But I can hold that picture close to my heart all I want. It's not going to fulfill my hunger. All the picture does is a reminder to me that I need to go find a pizza. That's all it is. Religion is a reminder. If you make the mistake of thinking that picture it is, and I start eating that piece of paper, it's not going to give me what I need. I have no clue. And just looking at the picture gives me no clue about the experience that I'm going to have when I actually taste the pizza. The taste of the pizza, as you have said, experiencing your spirit in one of your videos, that experience trumps anything. It is incredibly more powerful than any description of that experience.
I love that. Can you talk to us a little bit about your journey, about how you've gotten to where you are, and what maybe even tools that you've used to, have such enlightenment?
Yes. I am just an ordinary person, right? I'm a mere mortal. And but like all the mortals on earth, I am extraordinary. Every 7 billion of us is extraordinary. So I have lived a life. Consumed with the daily pressures of life, the stress and anxieties. When I was young, when I was a teenager, I had the sense that there is a bigger purpose to life, and I would ask myself that. I would walk alone in the park when all my friends were playing. Right, I was a little bit distant, asking what I thought were stupid questions then. Right, just asking myself what was going on. Why was I here in this world? Who sent me? Right. And what did I really wanted to achieve? So I had all these questions going on. And I was sharing with somebody today at another interview, is that when I was 14 or 15, I forget when, I had this meditative experience. My dad was very much into spirituality, my mom, but they never, how should I say this, thrusted it on us, right? They never said, you need to meditate, you need to do this. They never said anything, right? I mean, we would have this. I remember, I think it may have been triggered by a book maybe that my dad had that I was reading, and I just started meditating. And 45 minutes went by. It was my first time. And I had no concept of how that time had gone by. It was an experience that I had never had. And so ever since then, I have meditated during my life. But I also know that I should have meditated a million times more, right? I still remind myself, because that experience, that is an out of world experience.
Mm-hmm.
When you experience the peace within, and so I have been caught up in building a career, in building businesses, in trying to earning money, paying the dues, buying homes, cars, all of that, right? But 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I had to ask myself, I said, look, I can continue to do more and more of this. I have been wanting to progress on spirituality, and I can work on a project that might make a lot of money. I think this project will make seriously a lot of money. But I said, if I have to pay to earn that much money with another 30 years of my life or 20 years of my life, then what is the price I'm paying? Why am I not working on the most important thing that I already know is for life? So I decided, okay, I'm not going to put that project behind and start writing this book, Happy Soul, Hungry Mind. And writing of the book was an amazing experience. I now read the book and I realize, and I did then, is that I have written stuff that I had no idea existed in me. I had no idea. I still wonder, because I had not heard anybody talk about it in that way. I had not heard anybody describe it in that way. I have no idea how it manifested itself. Now, people tell me, well, it was universal wisdom. And maybe it was the universe's wisdom, right? I can only remember that I was writing in it, and then I read it next morning, and there it was, right? There it was. And I say, oh my God, this has arrived. But if you were to ask me, how did it arrive? Where did it arrive from? I have no clue. And now I have realized it doesn't matter. How it got here, the story doesn't matter. That's just a story for entertainment, right? What matters is that these truths, these spiritual truths, have manifested themselves. How beautiful is that?
That's very
How beautiful is the truth that spirituality is all inclusive. What a beautiful truth. I have religious leaders. I have people I live in Texas, and it embarrasses me. There are still people here. There's a mayor in Dallas who wouldn't let a woman conduct the prayer ceremony or something, because he said women are not supposed to lead that, right? I have people who say homosexuality is a sin. I have all of these people, right? They're putting down others. They're judging others. And the truth is here. And the truth has always been there. Spirituality is all inclusive. Religion may discriminate. Spirituality does not. It cannot. Once I look at this truth in front of me, how beautiful is that? There are still people who are feeling ostracized, who feel judged, who are living under so much pressure. I want to go out and tell to them, you are extraordinary, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. You have been blessed since you were born. It is in your DNA. Spirituality is all inclusive.
I love that. That is amazing. Well, I'm going to for sure put a link for your YouTube channel. And also, do you have links to be able to actually purchase your book?
Yes, on Amazon, Happy Soul, Hungry Mind, or they can look under my name, Ravi Katuria.
Okay. Well, I'm for sure going to put those down there. I appreciate so much you connecting with me today. And this has been beautiful and amazing. And I know that I'm already in a meditative state of mind, and I'm going to have a restful sleep tonight when I get there. So bless you and thank you so much. Are there any final thoughts that you have before we go today?
Yes. I want to share this grandest and the most simplest spiritual statement that can ever exist. It cannot get any simpler than this, and it cannot get any grander than this. And the statement is, quiet your hungry mind, let your happy soul shine.
I'm writing that down for sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ravi. Thank you for connecting with us today. This has been the Thank God I'm Queer show. And Ravi, I'm going to welcome you to the queer family. Queer is just if you don't feel like you don't fit in or you're like a little bit outside the box. I feel like you know that and you celebrate that. So I'm inviting you into the queer family, and we are all inclusive here.
Yes. No, thank you, Pete. I want to announce everyone on earth is queer. There is, it is
There
all
you go.
inclusive.
That's the truth. Shh, that's the truth.
The fact is, every one of us is a little crazy in our own way. That is our uniqueness. And we are all connected. We are all unique human beings. So we're all inclusive. So thank you, sir. Thank you for blessing me with your time and for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ravi. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. And love, peace, and release to everybody out there.
Thank you.